You ready?
Yes.
This is the Food Scientist Podcast recording, episode number 156. That's a lot of episodes.
So many.
This week we have the new Oreos, the Frosted Strawberry Donut Oreo. We have Kettle chips from Kroger in 3 meat-flavored sandwiches. Reuben, Cuban sandwich. That should have some mustard in it, right? And backyard cheeseburger. So it's not just a regular cheeseburger, it's a backyard cheeseburger chip. And the new Whozeewhatzits. And we'll see if it's actually different from the Whatchamacallits and if we can say them.
Yeah, they're very long words.
Very long words of, I don't know. That it's all like strange to me.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful for this week. I think it could be a good week. The chips.
I don't know. How do you feel about sauerkraut?
Yeah, the Reuben is the one that I'm the most worried
more than the Cuban. The Cuban should have pickles and mustard.
Oh, but I'm hoping
like
that will be
an octopus or jalapeno.
Oh,
True.
Yeah. Like those, that's just it's gonna be straight up.
I mean, yeah, it's not as overt as squid, but these can sneak up on you in either direction.
Yeah, so we'll see. But hey, we have good stuff surrounding it. So even if it's
Hopefully.
bad, it's still the universe will balance out this week.
Hopefully. All right, I guess we're pausing.
Oh, you know what? We have been really good about not interrupting. I just want to go on record.
Yeah,
I know.
I wasn't even ready for that, but now I am.
The last week, the chat even pointed out that we don't interrupt. So, good job. Peace.
This is the Food Science Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Brian Pierce.
Hi, everyone. It's my
And
first
Danny
episode.
Sussman.
You forgot my name.
I was just Brian Sussman, so I stopped.
Have you met that guy? Ooh, what a jerk, but always nails it in the buffet competitions.
So Brian Pierce and Danny Sussman, if you're new here, but if you're not, you just know I was messing up. So this week we will have our normal news and experiences, of course. Then we've got the Strawberry Frosted Donut Oreos.
I'm excited for these and scared of these, but they do have glitter in them. So they're the Oreos with the most bling.
Like, okay, I know they're going for, they want that to be the sprinkles on the donut, but why are we eating glitter? That's glass. That's ground up glass.
We'll find out.
Okay, all right.
We'll follow that up with 3 kinds of sandwich-inspired Kettle chips.
Kroger coming through with the meat chips.
And then we got something called a Whozeewhatzit, which is it just a Whatchamacallit? So we'll let you know. The Whozeewhatzit is candy. That's why I was excited.
Yeah, it's a more peanut butter version of the Whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how they are. Which one of those is the evil twin?
Yes. Take your bets now, folks. Or make your bets now.
Either way.
Yeah. So we may as well move on to news. And my news items are quick, so I'll just go first.
All right, go for it.
All right.
I have 2. Pringles has some new wavy flavors coming out. Or, well, one, Moa Burger with part of their Halo series. They have different pictures on the can, so collect them all. And that's not showing well in our live chat. And Danny made a good point when I initially brought this up. Didn't they already have a cheeseburger wavy?
And then they had the Baconator too.
Yeah.
They just have like cheeseburger powder. But that's okay. We have backyard cheeseburgers today, so maybe it's all the varieties of cheeseburgers.
Yep. I mean,
maybe, and those I believe are going to be a Walgreens exclusive. And I don't know, are they video game themed? Is that what I'm missing here with what that
means? This is Halo as in the video game, not Halo as in your innocence.
Yeah, and purity. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it seems Duncan Hines is coming out with a Fruity Pebbles cake kit. I'm going to say this is I'm going to call it slightly legit confetti type cake because it's Fruity Pebbles. It's not some other thing with colored.
In your opinion, it's the only legit one. That's not endorsed by the Food Scientist Podcast. That's Amy's
I don't know how
opinion.
It tastes, but so many other things, when they try to mix it with cake, it ends up just looking like fun.
You know what I like my cake to taste like?
Cake.
But you know how some of us here like and have heard of cake and ice cream, but not Danny. I think the Fruity Pebbles would go well with vanilla ice cream.
I haven't heard of cake and ice cream.
We were talking about that some episode, and you were looking at Brian and I like we were weird.
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, why would you soggy up a cake?
Because it's cake soup.
And the
Delicious.
ice cream is frozen. It doesn't melt right away.
We did have the cake shake the one time.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that really don't make sense, I have some news
Go for it.
from our friends at Cheez-It. They have coming out a limited edition, although, I mean, maybe this will stick around, but I'm guessing they know as much as we do. Cheez-It loaded popcorn. And it's going to come out in 2 flavors. Okay. And I'm going to read you what the senior director of marketing at Cheez-It had to say about these. Even though our Cheez-It crackers are a tried and true classic, our innovation team is always looking for ways to bring our fans their favorite 100% real cheese flavor in different snack forms. When it comes to popcorn, the team knew it was due for a cheesier plot twist and delivered with their newest flavor-filled creation. And so here's the 2 flavors that it's coming out in. You ready for this? Cheez-It loaded cheddar popcorn, which is the distinctive flavor of 100% real cheese you know and love, now in the form of light and airy popcorn. What more could you want? And the other one, Cheez-It loaded white cheddar popcorn, made with 100% real cheese that has been carefully aged for a smooth, creamy taste. There's no doubt this flavor will be a blockbuster hit.
I was going to say a big difference, but actually I don't like the white cheddar Cheez-Its as much as the regular one. So
I feel it's for the person who's discriminating about their cheese, but not so discriminating that they don't look for their cheese distinctions to come in the form of Cheez-Its.
Right. I don't know like why they feel like they need to get their foot in this door with popcorn.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not eating Cheez-Its because their cheese is so uniquely flavored that I can only get that flavor.
I mean,
it's a good product. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I will say this, right? Last year, Cheez-It had a big thing because they sold the burnt ones.
The burnt ones.
Remember, they had the well done.
That's right. And
they're like, here, the ones that we cooked for too long, we're putting in a package because our discriminating cheese customers want overcooked Cheez-Its. So they're bringing you popcorn.
Yeah, as much as I love Cheez-Its, I didn't like the burnt ones. That was cheapo, lame.
I understand none of it.
All right. Well, I have the big guns of news this week.
Yes, you do.
Two items. One has already been shared in our Facebook group. And people keep hitting me up, which they're doing the right thing by telling me that there is a new Reese's product coming out, the Ultimate Peanut Butter Lovers. It is a peanut butter cup with peanut butter cream.
Right, and that's a peanut butter cream, like instead of chocolate or white chocolate,
right.
It's peanut butter flavored white chocolate or something like
peanut
that.
Butter filling surrounded by peanut butter coating in the shape of a peanut butter cup.
And I have to say this, I'm not excited.
I am, because remember the white chocolate one was a lot better than we thought. So even if it's white chocolatey,
but I will say this, like,
go ahead, Danny.
I feel like the peanut butter pretzel is one of my guilty pleasures, which is when you take the pretzel and coat it in like the white chocolate peanut butter flavor. But I like it the same way I like fake peach. I love it for its artificialness. And I don't know that peanut butter cups are begging for that.
Well, I just feel like the chocolate peanut butter combo is the magic there. That's the key. And I'm just worried that the peanut butter cream is not going to give you the variety of flavor to really make it pop. I feel like both flavors are going to get lost in each other.
I mean, we did see when we had the white chocolate ones that really let the Reese's peanut butter shine.
That is true. Yeah. But,
so this could
have a bigger clash of flavors there.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's sort of a clash in that white chocolate doesn't really taste like anything. If the cream tastes like Reese's peanut butter, it could just be like a big mouthful of that with just a texture party.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. You know, what I told someone else is that I we'll probably stop after 50 of them. I'm not too
I was going to say, speaking of stopping after 50 of them, a friend of mine messaged me this week because the Reese's direct from the factory are back.
Oh,
Right
right.
now, for a very brief period, you can pre-order them, and in a few weeks, they'll ship them out. And I was like, just prepare for a lot of peanut butter cups, but heavenly, and get yourself like a store-bought one to have it side by side to remind yourself as to how much better they really are.
Yes, very true. Oh, and I should say the Ultimate Peanut Butter Cups are coming out in April. No specific date yet, but next month. The other big news, and I've read this in random blogs, no official confirmation, but rumor hath it that this summer we are seeing the return of the S'moreo.
I saw this too.
I did see that.
I spent like a half an hour today looking for like confirmation other than rumor blogs.
Right.
And all I found was like over the last decade, every 2 years, people are like, oh my God, the S'moreo is coming back.
But I mean, this summer, I mean, anyone who wants a vaccine should be able to get one. We have the S'moreo, the S'more Oreo coming back. Like this is just, there's so much to look forward to in life.
Yeah, I almost made that my news, and I was like, I don't know if I want to put my name on that story.
I think I saw it on a more official source, but
there's no official source. It's all blogs and rumors. It's like some of them
say, but I swear I saw it somewhere else.
I mean, I've seen places say this is happening, but
none of them, like they're all sourcing from each other.
Right.
It's kind of like the peanut butter the potato chip Reese's peanut butter cups, which were not a real thing that was ever coming, and Reese and they kind of like stole the glory of the pretzel ones, and Reese's are like, oh yeah, those are going to eventually come out for a very brief time, like one batch, never to be seen again. It's the same folks that were like perpetuating the potato chip story, perpetuating the S'moreo story, but there could be truth to it.
I mean, it's been a couple of years. It's a very popular item, so I hope it's true because it's such a good cookie.
I hope it's true too.
It might be my favorite.
Might be.
It might be.
Brian, I wonder about that. Is your favorite not just the Oreo?
No. Oh no. Absolutely not.
The double stuff?
No.
The mega stuff?
No, because remember what I said.
Thin?
That people didn't really understand. I don't just pick up the regular cookie and eat them. Like you can only do it with milk. Like for me, I can only
Oreos and milk.
Mm-hmm.
You would prefer the S'moreo than the regular?
In terms of the cookie on its own, I would take a S'moreo over a classic Oreo. Now, when we're adding milk, I don't dunk flavored ones usually.
That's a very nuanced answer. It's a very nuanced answer.
Yeah, you think I haven't put my philosophy into this?
I feel like you're trying to have it both ways and love them all.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair.
They get jealous.
What about carrot cake? Does carrot cake get jealous? I'm going to say yes, because carrot cake has to sit and watch you love all the others while it sits all alone.
I wave when it's in the corner.
Hey, your turn's coming soon. Just hang tight. Just another.
We need to move on to experiences, guys.
Okay, we can do that.
And I would just do a little small one. In the past, I have waxed poetic, rhapsodic about Raising Cane's.
Yes, the chicken place.
Yes, you waited in the line for it, if I remember.
Toast and their Cane's dipping sauce. And
yep, that's their whole menu.
The past couple of times I've gone, I've been disappointed. Chicken tenders are so much smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken prices are increasing. That's been a thing.
It was noticeable. They went from like, say, this side. I'm holding the two candy bars together. And it's not quite it's close to their original size, to like maybe 2/3 the size.
So are you still a caniac though? That's the question.
Huh?
Are you still a caniac?
I don't know.
Did you make that up, Daniel? Or
no, I did not. That's what they refer to their fans as caniacs.
The first time I went, and I only got 3. I got the 3-pack. I usually get the 3-pack, not the 4-pack. And I say usually, like I go all the time, and I actually haven't been for several weeks. But anyway, I thought it was the end of lunch rush, and maybe it was just,
You got the dregs.
Yeah. So I gave it a second shot, and I went back last week and got the 4-pack, and I'm glad I got the 4-pack because I would have been hungry after the 3-pack.
Important follow-up. How's the Texas toast?
Oh, it's still really good.
All right.
That's all that matters. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. I mean, chicken fingers at the
And
end
the
of the day.
chicken was still
fingers.
really tasty and fried well. It was just less.
Less.
A lot less.
Wow. I have, yeah. So, Brian, just like you closed it out with news, hopefully you could do that with experiences.
Okay. Well, I haven't experienced. We'll see.
Yeah. I realized something this week that I'm old.
What?
And yeah,
Yep.
but I never knew this.
Oh,
But
I should have told. I'm sorry.
yeah, here's the thing that I didn't realize until like this week. Like Swiss cheese is kind of good, like especially with like melted on turkey. Like I had like I put it like a turkey and Swiss in my toaster oven, and I was like, wow. Now I know why everyone has been eating turkey and Swiss.
I was
for
going to say, how did
decades.
you not know this?
I didn't know. I didn't know. And I was just like, oh my God, this is magic. I
So-
usually eat provolone.
Okay.
Maybe you need to try cake and ice cream again.
Like I got like Gruyere on like a French onion. I just don't I kind of overlooked Swiss.
So I take it you probably don't go to Subway or Jimmy
No.
John's or Quiznos. Or...
No, none. No, I don't.
All right.
No, I
Well,
didn't know.
I'm glad that you've had this experience that you probably
Yeah.
should have had, a few decades back.
Exactly. I feel bad about it, but also I'm happy that I know.
So, I have a follow-up question here for you as well.
Okay.
You've heard of pizza, right? So you know that cheese melts on things quite nicely?
Yeah, mozzarella melts like a charm, melts like a dream.
And you've heard of like a grilled cheese or a toasted cheese sandwich?
Yeah.
So you never
Like I've had
tasted-
raclette. Have you ever had you have like the raclette machine, which is like the big block, and it just torches the cheese and you scrape the melted cheese off? Yeah, all for it.
So you never thought in your scientific brain as a food scientist to say I should do this on a sandwich?
But just not with Swiss.
Oh, okay. So other cheese.
Like, I've melted other cheeses,
Provolone. He
like
usually-
provolone, right? American cheese, a nice cheddar. I mean, like I do love a patty melt, which is like, and I've looked down on like the patty melt that doesn't have Swiss, like when they put cheddar and Swiss. I'm like, no, that's a Swiss only. But I never really gave Swiss a chance beyond the patty melt. And then I had it on some turkey this week, and I was like, hot damn.
So would you say that the Swiss filled a hole in your heart?
It was actually baby Swiss. So
Oh. Okay. Well, okay. I have an
My
experience
life.
here that
so
will-
top that
Okay.
with your bouffant,
This,
Mr. Hanson.
I do. I know. If you're watching on YouTube, for some reason I have a bouffant. I did not plan this, but
It's like somebody
right.
put a marker in for your hair instead.
yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, what's
don't-
nice is if you want to play hockey, they won't make you wear a helmet.
No, I mean I'm not
That's true.
exercising.
Just get some aqua net and just like, poof,
Mhm. Yeah, no product in my hair either. No product.
you're ready for war if we just
Yeah.
put a little coating on that.
Okay. Wait. My experience. I don't know if I should be embarrassed or flattered about this.
Uh-oh.
So I'm still working from home, like a lot of people still are. But I was downtown in my office one day this week, and I thought, hey, you know what? There's that bakery just a block over. And on
Mhm.
this day of the week, they used to have deals on dessert bars.
Yep.
And I don't
yeah.
even care if they raise their price and they're not doing the deal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to go and support them. And I go, and I had not been there in a year, like at least a year. I walk in and the workers are like, hi, good to see you again. How are you? They recognize me like Norm on Cheers.
Ooh. You know, Brian, if it makes you feel better, I had a similar but equally terrifying experience.
Yeah.
I went into one of the little markets that I go to, and I'm looking for tools of torture for you because I had gotten a tip that from Thailand they had buttery scallop flavored Lay's potato chips. And I'm like, oh, buttery scallop Lay's potato chips. I'm in on this because this will torture Brian. And I go in and I bring him to the register, and the guy's like, you're the chip guy, aren't you? And I'm like, I am. And he's like, yeah, that one is new. And and he showed me the other chips that they had there. And he's like, yep, you've had these and you've had, but this one's new. And I was just like, oh. And then he, just as a spoiler for the future episode when we have them, he's like, I like these. They're really buttery. He's like, do you like seafood? And I was like, I'm not going to tell him no, right? Because he's happy to see me.
Yeah,
And
just want the stuff.
I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, yes, because one of my other customers had these, and he told me he didn't really like them because they're really fishy flavored. And I'm wearing my mask, so he didn't see my big smile. But inside, I'm like, oh, this is a winner, but not for the reasons that he thinks. So they have seashells on the packaging. I'm like, oh, this. I'm like, they're fishy. I'm like, oh, that's totally fine. I'm like, I have my friend on the podcast. Like, people love it when he has fishy things. So these are going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to my hair for a second, it is not dyed this weekend. Being at work, the restrooms in there, the lighting is very good. And like I noticed in the past year, I have a lot more gray hair. So I definitely maybe should start thinking about that.
I thought you were going to say you're filming from the restroom at work now.
Oh, he's at the
Why do you
buffet.
think
I was wondering where that was going.
He's
And you see
at
my
the
gray hair.
world's best and worst buffet because it's got a great selection, but no customers.
I mean, they just need me.
Yeah.
Well, Brian,
That's-
the buffet looks full. You're not full. You're not doing your job.
Yeah, well, that's called Brian's appetizers behind him. I actually visited him there once, and that's actually just like the east wing of it.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
3 more. The
Oh,
south
you
wing
see
is
the
the
dessert-
desserts.
The dessert.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to move on before we digress too much.
Oh yeah, people want to see Oreos.
We've got the Strawberry Frosted Donut Oreos. And now
I'm
we're going to
excited for
eat
these.
them.
And they have glitter in them, which Brian is not excited about.
No, why do I want to eat glass?
They actually have two different patties, which I'm assuming is the donut patty and the strawberry patty of cream.
One's lightly pink and one is, I don't know what, tan?
Now we're gonna eat these.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, and then I have a theory about these.
Doesn't smell like a donut.
No?
They taste a lot like the strawberry shortcake Oreos.
Mm-hmm. I really want the sprinkles to be Pop Rocks, but they're not.
These
Not
are good.
Pebbles either.
These live up to the name.
Yeah, these
Kind of.
they're not very donutty, but my theory is I don't think that the strawberry frosted donut existed as a donut until it was drawn on The Simpsons. Because a strawberry donut would usually have a strawberry filling, right? But Homer always had the donut with the pink frosting and the sprinkles. And I think they backed into that must be strawberry flavored frosting. Because you don't usually see flavored frostings. You see a glaze, you might get vanilla or chocolate, but like a strawberry frosting, and it doesn't really happen. But now it does, right? Dunkin' Donuts has one. But I think that they did it.
Seems.
Yeah. Every place had it, but I'm pretty sure that it happened on The Simpsons first.
Boy, and my memory says it's before my time that 1989 is when they came on. So before that, like I wouldn't know that, but I feel like it was, but I can't say for sure.
Because
But these are good cookies.
Really, they're fruit flavored, Brian. Are
Yeah,
you becoming
you're
becoming a fruity cookie guy?
It's
Not
not
super,
overwhelmingly
not citrus.
strawberry.
You know what I want to do? I'm going to see if I can do it here. Is pull apart the patties.
Well, I was gonna say freeze them.
Well, there's
I
that.
actually think microwaving these for a few minutes would be for a few seconds would be very good.
I was gonna say a few minutes.
Not a few minutes, no.
Brian, taste the brown patty and tell me what flavor this is to you. Because
The patties pull apart easily, apparently.
yeah, it's almost like vanilla extract. I don't know. It's not donut, but it's not cream.
Yeah, it's not donut.
My patties are not coming apart.
Well, I bet that if you work your patties enough, you can get them to open up for you. Try on a different one.
No, I'm just licking.
The pink tastes like strawberry.
It's almost like brown sugar in cream form.
Yeah, it's not donut. That could be it, but that's an
Dump them in
interesting.
milk.
it's an interesting cream. Like I definitely recommend licking the pink part, but the other part, it doesn't do as much for me.
Would you dunk these in coffee?
I
You dunk
would.
donuts
I
in
don't
coffee
need
to
to.
Strawberry and coffee? I don't know. I mean, I will eat these. I'll say that. And they do suffer from the curse of the golden Oreo.
But you know what? It's the right choice.
Oh, I'm.
Oh yeah, you need the golden Oreo to do the donut.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. Because chocolate would just be like, why are you calling it strawberry frosted donut?
mm-hmm.
Okay, time to move on to.
Now that wait, before you do that, but when I broke them up, I think that the cookie is actually the best part. You haven't eaten each patty alone, and the cookie. I think the cookie is the best part.
I think it's the overall package. But usually I'm not a licker, but for science, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
see, this is why we need to move on. We're gonna move
We
on.
probably should move on before we talk again about that.
I'm just responding to the chat.
Yeah.
Kroger kettle cooked
Oh.
chips. We
Yeah.
have Reuben sandwich flavored. We have Cuban sandwich flavored. And last but not least, we have cheeseburger, backyard cheeseburger.
Backyard cheeseburger. 3 meat flavored chips. Thank you, Kroger. Now that we're done with the Oreo, now it's time to move on to the meat.
The thing is, any of these could have nasty things to my palate.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
About to say even the cheeseburger, but yeah, if there's any hint
Pickle.
of condiment or pickle.
yeah, you never know. That's the joy of meat chips. Is they're just a mystery. Should we dig in?
Yeah, we
Yeah, which one are we starting with?
should. The
Let's go
Reuben.
to Cube. Oh, you want to go to the Reuben? Okay.
Look at
This is the one I understand the
Reuben.
least. Do you understand Reuben sandwiches?
I mean, I know that they typically have sauerkraut. Am I correct?
Yeah, why?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person because that's what I'd say too. Why?
Corned
Mhm.
beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Thousand Island.
I don't know. I would never get one because
And
I
Ryan?
stop at sauerkraut. Same with the Rachel,
I don't get
which is
Reuben
probably
that
what kept me
often.
from learning about turkey and Swiss, to be honest.
I
My
don't get
question
Reuben that
is,
often, but when I do, the sauerkraut isn't usually the super briny kind, but it does provide a balance to the sweetness
Well-
of the Thousand
Well,
Island.
let's put the chip in our face and find
Yeah.
out what it is.
my question is with the Rachel, why don't they retroactively rename the Reuben the Ross? It could be the Ross and the Rachel.
Menus are printed, Brian. Ooh,
Ugh.
Yep, you get the sauerkraut.
Uh-huh.
that.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
I don't taste anything
sauerkraut.
but sauerkraut. I'm not getting the cheese.
that tastes
No,
like
Me too.
I'm not
that
getting
tastes
corned
like
beef.
what a Reuben smells like.
I'm not getting Thousand Island. They should just call it a sauerkraut chip.
I feel like this is the end of the night at the bar.
Oh, when you vomit in your mouth a little bit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Polish, but I didn't get the love of sauerkraut, Gene. Or I'm half Polish. There are some sauerkrauts I like, but not the briny ones.
Well, what about how do you feel about Cubans? Do you enjoy a Cuban?
I usually do.
To find out. Oh, I smell pickles.
Yeah, Cuban has pickles and has mustard and pork and cheese and
Pickles,
ham.
mustard, ham, pork, all sorts of
There's
pickles
all sorts of things that could be in this chip. I mean, it just looks like a potato chip,
and
but there's
coleslaw.
invisible magic that makes it taste like 10
Oh, I
different
smell
things.
pickle, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's mostly pickle.
Yeah.
This is more like a Cuban than the other one was like a Reuben.
I am getting other flavors, but that pickle is
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
As much
So
as
you
I
don't
like
like-
pickles, I don't love pickle potato chips.
yeah. Anyone who watches the podcast knows this, right? Amy loves the pickle. Brian, not so much with the pickle. I only like the good
not
ones.
tonight. No.
On the lower, it's got to be from a barrel on the Lower East Side.
Oh,
These,
but for real, why do people eat pickles? What does that do for anyone?
I would
Well,
rather
what-
eat a pickle.
I mean, if you take that a step further, why do they eat cucumbers? At least pickles taste like something.
Something that's sour and bitter and okay. Let's do the backyard
cheeseburger.
Why not call it grilled cheeseburger?
This one's in the backyard. So this one may be undercooked and served without any sort of food safety precautions.
Mm.
It looks like the pictures: lettuce, tomato, cheese, pickle, burger.
What is that?
This is not the backyard one. This is the McDonald's one where they put the mustard on it.
It does taste like the McDonald's sauce, not just mustard.
I just taste mustard and pickle, the two worst possible things I could get out of a cheeseburger.
It does have the artificial smoke flavor of Burger King.
I was getting a very small hint of beef in there.
Oh, I'll try enough. Just to be fair, I'll see if I get any beef. But
Ooh.
Brian, we're going to play our game. You're going to have to marry one of these.
Oh no!
These are.
Oh no! We're gonna FMK frolic with Mary and kill these.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will say this: the only saving grace that these have is that we don't live in a place where there's Kroger, so we don't have to worry about them coming back. Now, Kroger last week, if you go to last week's episode, Kroger has some fine Kaleidos.
Cookies.
Their cookies were amazing.
Yeah, they're like Oreo type things and other flavors in that Oreo hasn't attempted. Those are great.
The salted caramel chocolate or Kaleidos were so good.
But these Kettle chips are killing us.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at my co-hosts.
The chips are playing FMK with us, and they're killing all of us. That's how it's working.
I feel like I'm married to them, the way I'm being tortured.
I think you guys need to each taste one of each again to make sure you know what you want to do.
I did. I'm doing that right now.
I know.
Running from down my eyes.
I think I know.
Go for it, Amy, because I need a second.
Well, I am killing. I'm killing the Reuben because that only had sauerkraut flavor and nothing else, and it was the bad kind of sauerkraut, just all brine and not much else. And there was no hint of corned beef or cheese or anything else. Just annoying. I'm going to surprise myself and frolic with the backyard burger. Too mustardy. Even though I do get some of the other flavors, I'm not a huge mustard lover. So no. And that, I don't even know a lot to say about them. They just don't.
I'm eating the Oreos. I'm back to the Oreos.
Good call.
I'm marrying the Cuban. Even though it's you get a little bit of hint of some of the other flavors. It's I don't know how to, a little bit sweeter. I don't know. It's not as bitter or sour as kraut or mustard, so I just like it better.
Oh, look at you.
A little sweet, then done.
All right.
And I'm making a face thinking about all of them.
I got this. I'm going to marry the Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Nope.
Oh, did I misunderstand the rules?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the chips is what we're doing. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to also marry the Cuban. That is the one that had the most meat flavor. And, if I have to marry one, I feel like this was a reality show where I didn't even realize, what I was getting into, and I ended up married at the end, and I didn't.
Hey, Brian, I'm going to do the same thing, right? But a similar reason too. But I wasn't. But this is just, like I said earlier, I'm old. I wasn't thinking of the reality show. I was thinking of the Copacabana, and I've just got Barry Manilow in my head. Right? I'm like, this is Lola. She's a showgirl.
Another reason why I want to marry this is because Cuban reminded me of Ricky Ricardo. I love Lucy.
Yeah.
The love there. So love and marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of Ricky Ricardo and Lucy as well.
Yeah.
I am going to kill the Reuben because that sauerkraut just overpowered everything, and there is just no getting past that for me. That was the deal breaker. That was the life taker. That you're dead. So that means I'm going to frolic with the backyard cheeseburger, but this is definitely regrets the next morning. everything reopened, all the bars reopened, and you got excited and you went out and you had too many drinks and you woke up the next morning with something undesirable. Backyard cheeseburger.
Interesting, Brian.
I in the backyard.
Yeah, see, I killed the burger because I could just bury it in the backyard. It was already there. All I needed was a ditch and it's gone. And so the Reuben, we said we were talking about it's, I don't know, to me it was like a bar at closing time. And I needed to go home with something to frolic. And congratulations, Reuben. That's why you got some. Not because anything to do with you. It was all about me and my willingness to lower my standards to meet my needs. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
All right, so let's put these behind us.
Yes.
Let's move on. You have a Whozeewhatzit. What's it?
Whozeewhatzit. Thanks, Lisa M, for naming them.
I've never even heard of that phrase.
Yes. So, okay. Whatchamacallit, in my opinion, is an underrated candy bar.
Absolutely.
Very much.
And they have not rebranded. They have come out with a new version called the Whozeewhatzit.
Mm-hmm.
So first, let's refresh our memories because it's been a little bit for me on the Whatchamacallit bar.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because this is chocolate peanut flavored crisps and caramel.
Right. So
Deliciously crispy.
yes. Right. So it's like a wafer, just like last week we had the Prince Polos, which was a wafer wrapped in chocolate. This is the same thing. The wafers are peanut butter flavored, and then they put caramel in between them.
Yeah, and very little caramel. Very, very thin layers of caramel in here.
Very little of everything except for the crisp, really.
Mm-hmm. So the difference with the Whozeewhatzit is instead of caramel, it's peanut butter replacing that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say, revisiting the Whatchamacallit, it's a pleasant candy bar.
It really is. And I found both of I guess both of these were at Walgreens. I don't know how widely distributed they are.
They're around. The poor Whatchamacallit, like I said, it's interesting for as much as Hershey's makes like fun size of everything, you don't really see it at Halloween. It's kind of neglected, but still there.
Okay. This is
Whozeewhatzit.
The Whozeewhatzit, because the peanut butter is a thin layer on top. Mm-hmm. I was kind of hoping it would be mixed in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And the crisp is chocolatier.
I was going to say, it's not wafers. They're like Rice Krispies, but not Rice Krispies. You know what I mean?
It's chocolatey crisps instead of peanut butter crisps in this one.
No, but the peanut butter crisp are wafers, layers of wafer. These are not. They're round little bulbs.
On the package, they call both of them crisps. Mm. So they're both chocolate. Whatchamacallit is peanut butter flavored crisps. The Whozeewhatzit, they're calling them chocolatey crisps, which means there's no chocolate. And then caramel in the Whatchamacallit and peanut butter in the Whozeewhatzit.
Now, Whatchamacallit is in more like layers, though. Huh.
So these are very much related, and for the sake of our bit, we're going to call these twins here because they're pretty darn close. They're like fraternal twins here, but we're going to see which one is the evil twin. And was this new version, was it worth it? My thought is, I love peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
But this didn't seal the deal for me. So I got to stick with the original and say that the Whozeewhatzit, while fine, I'm not going to run out and get another one, but I am thinking about getting another Whatchamacallit.
I am. I definitely like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the Whatchamacallit is underappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I like where they were going with the Whozeewhatzit. I will say this. I wish that they had added peanut butter and not replaced the caramel with peanut butter.
Eating both, the caramel adds so much to the Whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm. It's the texture. Like Amy said, it feels like the Whozeewhatzit's not layers. And that's because in the Whatchamacallit, the caramel kind of holds things together, where the Whozeewhatzit just snaps.
It's understated, but it's an important role in the Whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm. And for me, the Whozeewhatzit, I'll agree with you guys, as good as also the evil twin. And it's because I can't believe I'm saying this, the chocolate is a little overpowering. They didn't just replace caramel. It's like they added more chocolate.
Just going straight up and peanut. When you enter the battle with straight up chocolate and peanut butter, you're stepping in the ring with
Yep.
the Reese's juggernaut.
And there's
and-
so little peanut butter in here.
Mhm.
And it's a very cocoa-y chocolate, but even so, it's like a rich cocoa-y chocolate.
Right.
And not that it's bad, but we're doing a direct comparison. I
Yep.
still prefer the whatchamacallit. I mean, these will both disappear this week into my
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
no question there.
it's
And
not
I
like either one is bad.
I love seeing the appreciation for the whatchamacallit in our chat too. Several people are saying, yes,
Yeah.
I forgot how much I like that. I don't know why. It seems like everyone forgets how much they like them.
Yeah, I think Whatchamacallit, this was a good reminder of the greatness of Whatchamacallit.
Mhm.
Like I said, they all came from Hershey's. And so if this thing could have held its own for chocolate and peanut butter, they would have slapped the Reese's name on it, because they'll put the Reese's name on anything chocolate and peanut butter.
Yep.
And so that's just a tough arena to enter. And sorry, Whozeewhatzit, you're new.
I guess I asked the question, was the Whozeewhatzit worth it? I'm going to say yes, just for the reminder of the whatchamacallit.
It was worth it, kind of like it's worth it to every now and then touch a hot stove to remember not to.
Well, it's worth it in the sense it's a candy bar that
Yeah.
we eat.
Am I glad I ate it? Yes. Is it a good thought experiment? Sure. Does it need to stick around forever? No.
Will it stick around forever? No.
No.
I don't see this lasting long. So if you want to try it, I think you will like it, but be sure to get a whatchamacallit as well so that you can really appreciate the classic.
Agree.
And that's our episode, kids.
That's it, folks. Thanks for listening to us.
Thanks for watching.
Go get yourself some Kroger kettle chips.
No,
I-
don't
no,
do that.
no.
Don't do that. No.
We're
If people
Don't-
like
Nothing to listen
sauerkraut,
next
they should
week.
go get them.
you know what? We may be big babies, but we are big babies that give you good advice. Take your Kroger kettle chip budget and spend it on whatchamacallits.
Well, I thought you were going to say Kaleidos. But okay.
Yeah, that would be fine too.
I
Or
would
even the
take
new
that.
Oreo. Yeah.
So thanks for listening, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And YouTube, thank you for being here.
Thank
with
you.
us.
Yeah. It's
I
always fun.
Heidi and Hannah and Hans.
I do I do love some of the old candy bars, especially when you see them. If you go to the Shop Hershey's website, if you're not just buying the direct from the factory, they have a whole section of hard to find candy bars.
Mm-hmm. And they do have for your first purchase, if you go to their website, you get a coupon for I think 20%, 10 or 20% off your first order.
Something
So
like
whether you're
that,
getting
yeah.
the factory direct Reese's or something else, you can get.
You know
Yeah,
what? I
definitely.
almost never see anymore either. Marathon Man bars. Is that what they were called?
Those were the protein bars, right?
No, they weren't.
No.
Originally, they were like this big, chewy, caramely, chocolatey thing.
Hmm.
And they were very chewy, hence the name Marathon Man, because it would
I
take
know.
a marathon to eat them or something. I don't know.
And
Yeah, no,
I think
is
Annette
it-
was talking about the toffee. Is that the
Oh, Toffee is really good. Yeah, I saw that in the
Yeah.
chat. I
Yeah,
forget.
and then the Hershey hard to find. That's where you could get the score bar, also hard to find.
that's like a toffee, right? The score.
I don't know.
uh,
And the
Toffee,
zero.
no, you're thinking Score and not Toffee. There's another one. Toffee is a little softer.
Heath.
Okay.
The Heath bar.
Heath, yes, that's,
Mm,
yeah.
okay.
Heath, you can also get from the hard to find. And you know what the saddest part to me of the hard to find section is? They have the Symphony, which I was like, wow, they still make those. But Mr. Goodbar is in the hard to find section. And I'm sad for Mr. Goodbar because
Well,
he's so good.
Now wait though, have you they're
Mr.
always in the
Goodbar?
fun size, but have you ever really seen a full size Mr. Goodbar?
Yes, they're hard to find, and I
Yeah,
think that's
exactly.
sad. Because Mr. Goodbar is so good.
So many
Although-
puns.
I do have a funny story about the Mr. Goodbar. I was a kid, maybe in like high school, went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Hershey's Chocolate World. Fantastic ride that they have that shows like a cartoon version of the making of chocolate. That's just
Yep,
like
I've been on that.
straight out of the bizarre world. But they had like come and sample a new candy bar. and and tell us your opinion on it. And it was like a regular Hershey bar with peanuts in it. And I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. You should sell this. And then it was like a year later, I was like, oh, that thing that I always wondered if they should sell. I'm like, that was just a Mr. Good bar. I just didn't even recognize it there.
Love Travels, if you keep that talk up, you are getting timed out. Bit of honey. Come on.
Oh,
Bit of honey is a
good.
local
I love
candy.
Bit of honey.
I do love Bit of honey too.
Well, you know what bar I often forget of too is Clark Bar.
Well,
Do they still make those? I don't know if they make
probably.
I don't know. Crispy peanut butter spun taffy core, originally with the coffee center, not coffee, caramel. What the hell? And coated.
I was gonna say.
Okay, I have a now that the show is done, I have an off-topic story from going into work. So I don't know. I was driving in and I had a voicemail from a local number that I didn't recognize, so I didn't answer it, or I had a call, so I let it go to voicemail. I checked it once I got into the office, and I'll put it on speaker. I don't know. Can you hear anything?
Barely.
Not really.
There's just static. It's like
That I heard.
That's what I hear.
okay. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like it's like a minute of static.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. So I go into the empty office and I'm there. We have rotations. We don't have mailroom staff. So like we do rotations to go in and just make sure the mail gets out. So run it through the machine, basically. It's usually quick in and out. So this was my day to do that. And I'm in there and I thought I heard, like sometimes in the skyscrapers, this is downtown, you think you hear noises. And then suddenly I hear, Brian! And I'm like, whoa. But it was just the mail machine getting stuck. And it just sounded like it was saying my name. I was like, okay, I maybe overreacted a little bit with that. But it really sounded like it was saying my name. That's the end of my story.
That was a good story, Brian.
But if you heard your name like that, and after you'd gotten a voicemail that was like a little odd, I had to stop and think, have I watched any cursed videos recently?
I was just a friend of mine on Twitter said that one of her hobbies when she's bored is to go through expensive houses on Zillow and identify the ones that come with a ghost. Like look for the signs that the house may be haunted. So maybe you should do that. I'll send you some.
Okay,
I'll send you some links of houses that are probably haunted.
Wait, I also have to see if I don't think Easy Life is still here, but he was accusing me of dyeing my hair. I don't know if I can show any gray.
Individual hairs now.
I'll say this. I've met the person that cuts Brian's hair, and they would never dye Brian's hair.
No, I've decided, once it gets to that point, I'm not even going to bother.
But you should just grow it out. I bet you have some good flow.
No, my hair does not cooperate at any point. It needs to be cut.
All right. Well,
that's going to happen in the next couple of days.
Hopefully, you can get in with that stylist.
Yeah,
they're super busy.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Pain to work with, but you know what one does for beauty
happens.
Okay.
All right, is that it?
Well, except I love Pez too.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a great week.
Bye, all.